and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and cover how I choose my scent of the days, scent of the nights, how I choose my scent. What most people don't realize or understand is that choosing my scent comes up after a progression of things that have happened, at least for the time. Before I put my scent on, I've done a number of things, and in this video we're going to go ahead and cover what that number of things is, because that sort of influences, actually does influence, the fragrance that I go ahead and choose. Alright? So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing I cover, obviously, is showering. Now today was a pretty active day. I played tennis for about an hour and a half, and then I went and played basketball for another 2 hours. And now I am here getting ready to go out. My wife actually is overseas in Geneva for a work trip, business trip, and so here I am basically kind of thinking, all right, now I've got to get ready and I've got to get myself ready. So the very first thing, obviously, is the shower. I use three main products in the shower, and they're right here. So the first one is obviously I use this Nivea for Men body lotion. It's very light on the actual scent. It does have a slight aloe type scent. I generally like to use non-scented, but this I found is perfectly fine. And the Nivea line in general has a good amount of just generic stuff that you can go ahead and use. Now the next one obviously is shampoo. I don't have much hair here, but I use a dandruff control shampoo. So I use a Neutrogena base shampoo. It doesn't have any scent really to it. And it's just something to keep my head clean. All right. And finally, I use a face wash. This one is Cetaphil. I use the Cetaphil face wash. It's a little bit more expensive than the other face washes, but I like it because it gets rid of the oil on my skin. It cleans my face, and it doesn't really leave an oily residue or anything like that. It feels like it's a blank slate at that point, which is what I'm actually going for. All right. So that's the shower. So the next part is the shave. The shave, I almost always shave before I go out. I don't grow that much hair pretty frequently, but either way I do. Now, one thing of note, I made a video a while ago where I was actually using the Harry's products. I still use a good amount of Harry products, but not the shave. And that's the reason being, is after I started using it, I had just started using it, I started getting razor bumps, and I've never gotten razor bumps before. So I went back to the old method that I used, and that was simply with the straight edge. So I've got this one that I got such a long time ago. It's the Micro Touch one, but you can really find any straight edge that's kind of out there. And you pop it open, and you've got the straight edge in this sucker. Yeah, so the blades are replaceable, and they're extremely cheap. I just bought a pack of 100 for, I think, like $5 or something like that. So very well worth it. Along with it, I'm using shaving cream. I alternate between the Harry's shaving cream and this Neutrogena sensitive skin shaving cream. They're both kind of like this gel base that kind of go on and then make it pretty easy for shaving. And then afterwards, I use my Harry's post shave balm. I like this stuff. It's really light on the actual scent, does not interfere with the scent that I'll go ahead and choose later on down the line. Now, I left out oil just because oils I generally use if it's gotten bigger, not really at the level that it's at right now. All right, so that's pretty much shaving. All right, now next is very simple. It's moisturizing. It's lotion. I use Cetaphil for my lotion. I really like Cetaphil just because their stuff is a little bit more expensive, yes, but it's really good. That's the best way that I can recommend it. It's absolutely fantastic. You lotion up, you don't feel too oily or anything like that, and keeps your skin moist. So I'm a type of person who gets ashy, but with this, I do not get ashy. Next, deodorant. Very simple. I use Mitchum. This is unscented. I don't like to keep on a scent, and this is actually really good deodorant, so I just put a little on just because it's actually pretty strong. So yeah, it's an antiperspirant and it's a deodorant. So Mitchum. Next, we've got dental hygiene. Dental hygiene, obviously, brush your teeth. Feel kind of weird, giving you guys a recommendation for this, but I use Sensodyne Pronamel, and just in case if you guys forget or anything like that, take some Altoids, take some mints. These suckers are powerful. They'll clear it up right there. It'll clear it up perfectly fine. All right, so that's dental. So the next order of business is clothes. at this point, you know, I'm all showered, I'm all clean and dressed and everything like that. Now I decide what I'm actually going to be wearing. For tonight, since my wife's not around, and because of that, I kind of want to give off an image that I'm laying back in the cut. You know, I'm, just chilling out, relaxing, drinking my whiskey. That's basically what I plan to do, have some fun with friends, and that'll be it. So, as a result, I'm going to go with a dark blue pair of jeans. I'm going to go with a slim cut express shirt. And I'm also going to cover that up with a vest. This vest kind of looks like it's got like this suede-ish material on it, but it's a black vest and it goes with it. So that's kind of what I'm going to be putting on. So with those clothes that I decided, I pretty much have an idea of kind of what kind of theme I'm going for. So I'm going to go for a brown pair of shoes. These are Brolettos, and got an intricate design on it. I love these shoes. They're pretty cool. I'm also going to go ahead and wear obviously a brown belt that goes along with the sucker, and I'm also going to be wearing my derby hat. So I kind of alternate between hats at times whenever I'm out, but this one, I like this hat. It's got the feather on the side, a little bit stylish. I like it a lot. This one came from J Hat Center in New York. It's actually an excellent hat place. They specialize in hats. They've got all sorts of hats, and they're in Midtown basically. So if you're interested in hats, check them out. Now moving on to watches. Here's where I've got a small-ish collection. I don't really collect watches just because that can be pretty expensive when you start going in. So, but either way, I've got a nice small little collection of watches that fit every occasion that I go ahead and choose. So here is my collection here of watches that I'm going to go ahead and choose from. Well, some of my two favorite really at this point, or three favorite, are my Movado watch, my Techno Luxury watch. This sucker right here, you guys have seen me on reviews with this one. I also like my Periellis watch. This one is a pretty cheap watch, but it looks great, and people love the actual look of it. But tonight, I'm actually going to go for a new addition to my collection. This one this was sent to me by the company Yode. So let's go ahead and pull this one out, and we'll take a look at it. It is actually a wooden watch. This, it's a sustainable wood. I was interested when they sent it across, and I'm like, okay, that looks pretty cool. And I like the way that you look inside and you can see the kind of gears. I'm not sure if you can actually see it in, but you can see the gears moving, and it's pretty interesting. So we'll see how this watch does. Now, the company itself, the link obviously is down below where you can see this specific watch and some other watches. They're having a contest, so check out that contest and you'll be able to register for a free watch, or a free couple of watches if that. And there's also a discount code if you're interested in it down below, so check that out. But either way, this is what I'll be wearing tonight, and we'll see how this sucker does. So as you can see, I've got the brown theme kind of going on. It's just now fall. It's like technically it was it's like the first couple of days of fall, and so that's the theme that I'm going on. I've gotten blue, brown. It's fall, it's a little bit of black kind of in there, and that's what I'm going for. So I'm going to go ahead, get ready, and then we're going to go on to the main event, choosing my actual scent. Alright guys, I'm dressed and I'm ready to go out now. So just one thing, you can usually choose to dress up or dress down. Right now I'm kind of dressing down as opposed to dressing up. If I would dress up, if I would be out with my wife, if it's a date night, anything like that, I usually, with this kind of ensemble, I would wear this kind of tie, like a mixture between a black and white, a black and blue checkered tie. I'd throw that on and have that on, and I'd have my tie clip as well, and so those would be two additional accessories that I would wear with this. And I would probably wear my earring just because she likes it when it's in, but either way, that's kind of my ensemble. But for today, you know what, I'm going a little bit more casual, so I'm going to leave this sucker behind. So the fragrance, on to the main event, the fragrance. This, I'm looking for something, it's fall, I'm looking to start fall with a bang. I want something that's going to be strong. I'm going to be at a bar at one point, and then we're going to be out at a lounge, we're going to be drinking, we're going to be talking, there's going to be, a lot of scents around and everything like that, so I want something strong. I don't want something too sweet, and I want something that will last as well too. So, looking at my line, I fortunately got a new fragrance that fits this bill perfectly. And it's from the House of Parfums de Marly, Layton Exclusif. Layton Exclusif, this is a brand new launch from the House of Parfums de Marly. And I gotta say, if you have smelled the original Layton, the opening is very similar. The opening for Layton and the fragrance Layton in general is a very effervescent type of a scent. It's very airy, it's very beautiful, very uplifting. And you're probably wondering, well, if you haven't smelled it, the Exclusif, I'm thinking it's going to be along those lines. Well, the initial blast, yes, but afterwards, no. This goes in a completely different direction. This is coffee, it's patchouli, it's amber, it's oud, it is beautiful. It is such a nice, deep, dark fragrance that has staying power, it has projection, it has lasting projection, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and take this sucker out, Layton Exclusif, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this sucker, spray this sucker on. So, I keep saying this sucker, such a bad habit. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and apply it onto the wrist here. We're going to go one here. And it's already pretty strong, so we're going to go a third one down there. Now we're kind of going out. I'm going to go one last one. This one is going to go to, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's going to be the back of, essentially, a small spritz to, come on, there we go, the back of the head. And the takeaway from this, I'm going to let it waft for a bit, I'm going to let it go for a bit, just so it can kind of ooze down, melt down before I put back on my hat. Yeah, so I'm going to spray that. That's all I need with this. I went for 4 light sprays on this baby, and that's essentially what I'm going with for tonight, right? So Layton Exclusif, fantastic thing. I will let you guys know how it went. This is my kind of, I guess you could say, my ritual for when I get ready to go out. I will do all these things, and I'll have these things in mind. Layton Exclusif, it fits what I'm actually wearing. It fits the vibe that I'm going for, it fits the season that I'm going for, and the occasion. So all those things that I talk about in my reviews, that's really what I'm going for. But at this flip side, there's all this stuff that kind of goes on even before I throw on a fragrance. So I go out, I have almost no doubt that I'll get some sort of compliments with this fragrance. So we'll see how it goes. I'm also excited, again, the watch from Yode. Again, check out the links down below for the contest and for a discount for, this. Anyways, fantastic. This is what I do. Let me know what your rituals are before and how you prep for fragrances and how you go about, choosing your scent of the day and scent of the night. All right? Thank you guys. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.